Hello and good morning, students. I welcome you all for today's English class. Students, today we are going to see a new chapter, that is chapter number 8, adjectives in grammar book. So all of you take your grammar book and then page number 34, that is chapter number 8, adjectives, and take a pencil and an eraser. Students, today's concept is adjectives. Before going to see this concept, let us discuss about nouns. What do you mean by noun? A noun is a naming word of a person, place, animal or thing. So simply we can say that adjectives describe a noun or a pronoun. It means adjectives or words used to describe a person, a place, animal or thing. It means it gives some more information about a noun or a pronoun. And one more thing, it tells quantity, quality, number and order of a noun, and words like words for numbers, shape, size, color are also adjectives. What do you mean by adjectives? Adjectives used to describe a noun and pronoun. Okay students, let us see some examples. Look at the sentences. Ram is a kind man. What is the first example? Ram is a kind man. In the first sentence, the word kind, it tells us what type of man Ram is. It means it shows the quality of Ram. So the word kind is an adjective word. Let's move to the second one. 5 men entered the house. In the second example, the word 5 tells us how many people entered the house. It means it shows the number. Already we said that words for numbers. So it means it shows the quantity. And the last example, can you give me some sugar? The word some also describes, it is also a describing word. It comes under the category quantity. But we don't know the exact number because sugar is an uncountable noun. So that's why we cannot say the exact number. Instead of that, we can say that how much. So the words kind, 5 and some, these three words are adjectives. And one more thing, adjectives usually come before nouns, sometimes after noun. Usually comes before nouns, but sometimes it comes after nouns. Let us see some examples. Sunny day, it describes the day as sunny. And happy child, it represents the child as happy. Next one, brave soldier, it describes the soldier as brave. And next, sometimes it comes after nouns. The child is happy, the soldier is brave. Okay students, now let us see an exercise, that is, let's get started. Look at the pictures and fill in the blanks. Students, see the pictures and fill in the blanks with correct answers. Let us see the first one. He is a dash runner. Okay, for the first one they have given two pictures. One is fast and another one is slow. Both the words are adjectives. We can use any one answer in the first one. We can write he is a fast runner. It describes the runner. Otherwise, he is a slow runner. It is also describes the runner as slow. We can write any one, but both the words are describing words. Let's move to the second one. He is a boy, dash boy. So two pictures are given for the second one also. They are fat and thin. And here also both the words are describing words. You can write either fat or thin. Let's move to the third one. For the third one also, they have given two pictures. One is long and another one is short. You can write either long or short because both the words are describing words. She has a long plate, or otherwise she has a short plate. Both the words are describing words. And the last one, His clothes are dash, either dirty or clean. Here also two words are describing words. You can use any one. His clothes are dirty or otherwise his clothes are clean. Okay students, write neatly and clearly in your grammar book. Students, let's do the next exercise, that is underline the adjectives in these sentences. Look here, they gave some sentences. We should read the sentences properly and then underline the adjectives. Let's do the first one. There is a stain on the orange shirt. What is the first one? There is a stain on the orange shirt. First of all, you want to find out the noun. So, what is the noun? So, what is noun in the first one? Yes, you are right. The noun is shirt. It is an object. So, then what is the adjective? Already we said that adjectives usually comes before noun. And one more thing, keep it in your mind, words like color, size, shape are also adjectives. So in the first sentence, we describe the noun shirt as orange. So it shows the color. So what is adjective? What is an adjective in the first sentence? Yes, you are right. The adjective for the first one is orange. Students, underline the word orange. It shows the color of shirt. And the next one, the old man is funny. The old man is funny. Already I said that first of all we should find the noun. So what is noun in the second sentence? That is man. Okay, now we are describing the man as old and funny. So two adjectives are there in the second sentence. One is old and another one is funny. So underline the word old and also underline the word funny. Let's move to the third one. Monica's bag is old and torn. So you can say that two nouns are there. One is Monica and another one is bag. But here we are talking about Monica's bag, not Monica. In the third sentence they are giving information. They gave information about Monica's bag only. So it is Monica's bag is old and torn. So it's describing the bag. So what are the describing words in the third one? Yes, the describing words are old and torn. So underline the words old and torn. Okay students, 3 sentences we completed. Remaining sentences you should try in your grammar book. Students, let's move to the next exercise, that is write suitable adjectives for the nouns. In this exercise they gave nouns. We should write the suitable adjective for the given nouns. Let's do the first one. Dash mountain. We know very well that mountain is a noun. Now we should write suitable adjective for that for the word mountain. What are the words we should write for the mountain? How can we describe? Yes, we can describe tall mountain. Okay, so here tall is the adjective. We are describing the mountain as tall. So the answer for the first one is tall. You should write your own answers also. Just I am saying an example, okay? Tall mountain. Let's move to the second one. Dash river. So river is a noun. What are the answers we can write? What are the adjectives we should use for river? Yes, we can say that wide river or deep river. So these are the adjectives we can use for river. Deep river, otherwise wide river. You should write your own answer also. Let's move to the third one. Dash sea. How can we describe blue sea or deep sea or open sea? We can write anyone. Okay students, we completed the first three. Remaining you should try. It means you should write adjectives for the given nouns. Let's move to the next exercise, that is write suitable nouns for the adjectives. Now they have given adjectives, you should write the nouns. In previous exercise they gave nouns and we have written adjectives, but in this exercise they gave adjectives, we should write the nouns. Let's see the first one, that is a tall dash. We can write any noun, a tall tree, a tall man, whatever you can write, but you should write suitable nouns. So I am using the first one as a tall building. So building is a noun. Okay, you can write you should write your answers also, but suitable noun, you should write a noun. Let's move to the next one, a clever dash, a clever boy, a clever girl, a clever dog, so whatever. Let's move to the third one, a brave dash. Already we have seen an example on brave, a brave soldier, a brave dog, a brave boy, whatever you can write. Okay students, we have seen the first three. Remaining you should try in your grammar book. So write the answers clearly and properly. Okay students, now let us see the kinds of adjectives. Adjectives are of four main kinds. How many kinds? Four main kinds. They are adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, and the last one is demonstrative adjectives. So let's see the first one in detail. The first one is adjectives of quality. Already we know that size, shape, color are also known as adjectives. Now these things will come under the category quality. It means adjective of quality tells about the size, shape, color or particular quality of a noun or a pronoun. And one more thing, an adjective of quality answers the question what kind of, what kind. So it shows the quality. So let us see some examples here. I had a cold drink yesterday. She baked a delicious cake for me. Raghav is a proud man. Flowers smell sweet. It is a large box. Look at the 5 sentences. They have given some words in bold. So the words cold, delicious, proud, sweet and large are describing words. Okay, cold, delicious, proud, sweet, large, these 5 are describing words. So what do you mean by adjectives of quality? It tells about the size, shape, color and particular quality of a noun or a pronoun. Okay students, just keep it in your mind, size, color, shape and quality. So these things are known as adjectives of quality. Students, let's move to the next exercise, that is rewrite the sentences by adding a suitable adjective of quality for the underlined nouns. Here look at the exercise. They gave some sentences and underlined some nouns. We should add adjectives to that nouns. Let's see the first one. The bus went down the road. This is the first one. How many nouns are there? 2 nouns. One is bus and another one is road. Now we should add adjective to that nouns. So the rewritten sentence is the red bus went down the dusty road. So how they described the bus and the road? Red bus, it means it shows the color of the bus. And then dusty road, it described the road as dusty. So the rewritten sentence is the red bus went down the dusty road. Let's move to the second one. The monkey ate all the bananas. In the second sentence also they underlined 2 nouns. One is monkey and another one is bananas. We should add suitable adjective for monkey and bananas. We can write small monkey or a big monkey or another, otherwise naughty monkey. We should use any adjective. Okay, the small monkey ate all the ripe bananas. How I am describing the bananas ripe. So now we should rewrite the small monkey ate all the ripe bananas. Let's move to the third one. The house was burned down by the robber. In the third one also they underlined two nouns. One is house and another one is robber. We can use small house, big house, old house or new house, whatever, but we should write the suitable adjective for house. So the new house, I'm describing the house as new. The new house was burnt down by the cruel robber. How I am describing the robber? Cruel. So we should. So now we can write the sentence as the new house was burned down by the cruel robber. Students, we completed first three sentences. Remaining sentences you should try in your grammar book. Okay students, let us see the second kind, that is adjectives of quantity. An adjective of quantity tells us how much of something there is. They do not show the exact number. What do you mean by adjectives of quantity? It tells us how much, but we don't know the exact number of that. Let's see examples. All the apples were rotten. In the first example, we don't know the exact number of apples. Just we know how much apples were rotten. So the describing word all, it shows, it answers the question how much apples were rotten. Let's move to the second example. Some children reached early. In the second sentence also we do not know the exact number. And the third one, many people bought the new televisions but few people bought the radios. In the third one also we do not know the exact number. So the words all, some, many, few or the examples for adjectives of quantity. It means these words are adjectives of quantity. Let's move to the third kind, that is adjectives of number. It tells the number or position of people, animals and things. What do you mean by adjectives of number? It tells the number or position. It tells the order of people, animals and things. We can use cardinal numbers as well as ordinal numbers. Cardinal numbers means 1, 2, 3 like that. Ordinal numbers like first, second, third. Let us see some examples. I have 5 close friends. What is the first example? I have 5 close friends. We know the exact number of friends. How many friends means 5. So it shows the exact cardinal number. Let's move to the second example. The 5th girl in the row is a good singer. So the 5th is an ordinal number and it shows the position of that girl. And the third one is Sarah bought 3 mangoes and 2 apples. So this is also an exact number. They are showing the exact number of mangoes and apples. And the last one, the first shop on the road sells fruits and the third shop sells vegetables. So in the fourth one, we have used ordinal numbers like first and third. So the words 5, 5th, 2, first, third, these are also examples for adjectives of number. Okay students, let's move to the next exercise, that is underline the adjectives in these sentences and write whether they are adjectives of quality, quantity or number. They gave some sentences. First of all, we should read the sentences properly and then underline the adjectives. Later we can write whether the adjectives comes under the category quality, quantity or number. Let's do the first one. The shop was decorated with many colorful balloons. Okay students, how many nouns are there? 2 nouns. One is shop and another one is balloons. But in the first sentence they described balloons, not shop. So How they describe the word balloons? As many colorful. They described balloons as many colorful. So underline the adjectives many, colorful. Now what kind of adjective is many? What kind of adjective? Yes, many comes under the category quantity, and colorful, and the adjective colorful comes under the category quality. Okay, and the next one, my grandfather is 70 years old. He is wise and kind. So here we described grandfather. Okay, we described grandfather as 70 years and he is wise and kind. So here three adjectives are there. One is 70 and another one is old, and remaining two are wise and kind. You should underline 70, old, wise, kind. Four adjectives. The adjective 70 comes under the category number. Especially it's an cardinal number. So underline the adjective 70 and write number. And next adjective is old. So underline the adjective old, and it comes under the category quality. And next adjectives are wise and kind. So it shows the quality of a grandfather. So 70 comes under the category cardinal number, and remaining old, wise and kind. These three are quality. Let's move to the third one. The sky is very cloudy. Can you see any birds in the sky? See here, cloudy is an adjective. We described the sky as cloudy. So cloudy is an adjective, and it comes under the category quality. So underline the adjective cloudy, and it comes under the category quality. And next adjective in the third one is any birds. We do not know the exact number of birds, so any birds. So underline the adjective any, and it comes under the category quantity. Students, we completed the first three. Remaining you should do in your grammar book. Okay students, let us see the last kind of adjective, that is demonstrative adjective. It points out people or things. Okay, demonstrative adjectives point out the people or things. And four demonstrative adjectives are there. They are this, that, these and those. What are the four demonstrative adjectives? This, that, these and those. And one more thing, for singular nouns we should use this and that. For singular nouns we should use this and that. For plural nouns we should use these and those. Okay students, for plural nouns we should use these and those. Let us see some examples. This book is quite interesting. That parrot has beautiful green feathers. These dresses are too big for me. Those boys are very noisy. Look at the four sentences. This, that, these, those are examples for demonstrative adjectives. Okay, let's see the exercise. Choose the correct demonstrative adjectives to complete the sentences. Let's do the first one. The cat belongs to Mohit, but that dog belongs to me. Already I said that for singular nouns we should use this and that. Dash cat belongs to Mohit, but that dog belongs to me. Which one is correct? This or these? Yes, because here cat is a singular noun, so we should use this. The answer for the first one is this. This cat belongs to Mohit, but that dog belongs to me. Second one, dash children are playing their favorite game. Children is a plural noun, okay? So what we should use here? Those children are playing their favorite game. And the third one is dash children are unknown to me. Here I already said that children it's a plural noun. So These children are unknown to me. And the last one, dash books are old. What is the correct answer for the first one? Yes, books is a plural noun. So the answer for the fourth one is those. Those books are old. Students, reminding you should try in your grammar book.
Okay students, this activity is only for you. Look at the activity, fill in the blanks with the type of adjectives mentioned. They have given some clues inside the bracket. With the help of these clues, you should find out the answer and write in the correct dashes. Okay? Okay students, now we are going to see the next chapter, that is degrees of comparison. Already we know that adjectives or words used to describe a person, place, animal and thing. It is not only used to describe a noun or a pronoun, it is used to compare people and things. Adjectives can have three forms. How many forms? Three forms. One is positive degree, one is comparative degree, and another one is superlative degree. When we talk about the quality of one person or one thing, it is known as positive degree of comparison. Okay? When we compare two things or two people, it is known as comparative degree. When we compare more than two person or more than two objects, it is known as superlative degree. Students, let us see an example here. The maroon box is big. In this example, we say that the maroon box is big. That's all. So the adjective is big. This is positive degree because we are not comparing with anyone. Just we are telling that the maroon box is big. That's all. And the next one is the pink box is bigger than the maroon one. In the second example, we compare two things. We are comparing two things. Pink box is bigger than the maroon one. It means we are comparing pink box with maroon one. So the word bigger is the comparative adjective in the second sentence, and when we are using comparative degree, the keyword than is used. And the third one, the blue box is the biggest of the three. In the third one, we are comparing the blue box with the remaining two. So already I said that when we compare more than two things or two person, it is known as superlative degree, and keyword is used before superlative adjective, that is the. Okay students, just keep it in your mind. Positive degree just tells the information and do not compare with anyone. In comparative degree, we compare two things or two persons, and than keyword is used. In superlative degree, when we compare more than two and the keyword the is used. Okay students, let's see a small warm-up exercise. Look at these sentences. Before going to see these sentences, students, just look at the picture. Three members are standing, two boys and one girl. Okay, now look at the sentences. Rohit is 4 feet tall. The boy who is wearing red shirt, his name is Rohit. His brother Rohan is taller than him. The another boy who is wearing a blue shirt, his name is Rohan. Here they are telling that Rohit is 4 feet tall. His brother Rohan is taller than him. Rohit is taller than his younger sister Radha. Okay students, from these three sentences we read properly. Now you should answer for the given question. Who is the tallest among Rohit, Rohan and Radha? Who is the tallest among them? I don't want to say the answer. You should write the answer in the given blank. And one more thing, the words tall, taller and tallest, these three words are adjectives here. Students, now we are going to see how degrees of comparison can be formed. Look at the first one. Most adjectives we add ER to form comparative degree and EST to form the superlative degree. Let us see an example students. The first one is kind. It is a positive adjective. Now we need to change the positive to comparative. Then what we should do? We should add ER to the positive. Then it becomes comparative, that is kinder. And then If we add est to the positive adjective, it becomes superlative, that is kindest. Just we should add er to form the comparative degree, est to form the superlative degree. Let us see the next one, quick. When we add er, it becomes comparative, that is quicker. When we add est, it becomes superlative, that is quickest. And the next one is soft, softer, softest. Long, longer, longest. Let us see the next one. If an adjective ends with the letter y, we should remove the letter y and add ier to form the comparative degree and iest for superlative degree. Look at the first example. The first one is happy. The last letter is y. What we do? We remove the letter y and add ier to form the comparative degree and iest for superlative degree. So the answers are happy, happier, happiest. Let's move to the second one, easy. The same way we followed for the second one, easier and easiest. And the third one, heavy, heavier, heaviest. And the fourth one, lovely, lovelier, loveliest. Okay students, let us see the third one. If an adjective ends with any consonant, we double the consonant. It means we should write the same letter again and add er to form the comparative degree and add est to form the superlative degree. Let us see an example here. The first word is big. Look at the last letter. It's a consonant. So what should we do now? We should write the same letter again and add er to form the comparative. For superlative, the same way, but we should add est to form the superlative degree. Look at the next example, sad, sadder, saddest. What we did here? We just added the same letter again along with er to form comparative. For superlative, we added the same letter and along with est. Let's move to the next example, fat, fatter, fattest. And the last one, hot, hotter, hottest. Let's move to the fourth one. If a positive adjective ends with the letter e, we add r for comparative and st for superlative. Look at the example, large. What is the last letter? E. It's a vowel. We know very well that. What we do now? We should add r to form comparative and to add st for superlative. Let us see the fifth one. For some adjectives, we do not use er and est. Instead of that, we should use more for comparative and most for superlative. Before adjective, we should use that. Okay students, let us see an example. The positive adjective is beautiful. We don't want to use er and est. Instead of that, we should use more for comparative and most for superlative. More beautiful, most beautiful. Let's move to the second one, intelligent. More intelligent for comparative, most intelligent for superlative. Difficult, more difficult for comparative, most difficult for superlative. And the sixth one, look at the sixth one. Some adjectives change completely in the comparative and superlative degrees. Yes, we should not use er, est, more and most for some adjectives. They do not follow these rules, okay? It means it changed completely in the comparative and superlative degree. Let us see the words. The positive is good. The comparative is better. Superlative is best. Next one, bad, worse and worst. Little, less for comparative, least for superlative. Many or much, more for comparative, most for superlative. And one more thing, you should keep it in your mind. Never use more with adjectives already in the comparative degree. Look here, they gave some examples.
is more kinder than him. It is not correct because already er we added er. So if we are adding er to adjective, we should not use more before the adjective. He is kinder than him. It is the correct sentence. She is more prettier than her cousin. It is incorrect. She is prettier than her cousin. It is the correct sentence. Okay students, let's move to the exercise, that is fill in the blanks with the correct degree of comparison for the given adjectives. Look at the first one. A dash man knows when to speak. The given adjective is wise. In the first one there is no comparison. It means we can write the adjective directly in the first blank. A wise man knows when to speak. So it is positive degree. Let's move to the second one. This is the dash moment of my life. The given adjective is happy. So that particular moment compared with all other moments in our life. So the given word we have to change to superlative degree. This is the happiest moment of my life. What we should do? We should remove the last letter and add iest to form superlative. One more thing. So the keyword the is used. This is the happiest moment of my life. And the third one, Praveer is dash to animals than Sujit is. The given adjective is kinder. When we compare two things or two persons, it is known as comparative degree. So we should add er to the adjective kind. Praveer is kinder to animals than Sujit is. One more thing, keyword than is used in the third sentence. Students, we have completed the first three sentences. Remaining you should try in your grammar book. Let's move to the second exercise, that is fill in the blanks with the correct adjectives and the given degree of comparison. With the help of these words, you have to find out the answer. Okay, let us do the first one. The lioness was dash with her first cup, then with her second. Okay, is it hungry? No, this is not the right answer. Is it good? No. Is it gentle? Yes, the correct answer for the first one is gentle. Now we change gentle into comparative degree. Already I said that if an adjective ends with the letter E, we should add R to form the comparative. It means just we are going to add R to the word gentle. The lioness was gentler with her first cup than with her second. Let's move to the second one. This is the dash sum in the chapter. Yes, the correct answer is difficult. Already I said that we do not use er and est to some words. So for the word difficult also we do not use est. Instead of that we should use most. So the answer is, this is the most difficult sum in the chapter. Remaining you should try in your grammar book. Okay students, let's move to the third exercise, that is circle the correct adjectives. The first one is, this book is bigger or biggest than that book. In the given sentence, we compare two books. So it is comparative degree. And one more thing, the keyword than is used in the first sentence. So what is the correct answer? Yes, bigger. This book is bigger than that book. And the second sentence, Ron is fast or faster than Ravi. What is the correct adjective for the second one? Yes, you are right. Keyword than is used. It means Ron is faster than Ravi. Circle the word faster. Then move to the third one. This film is the funnier or funniest I have ever seen. Keyword the is used. And what is the correct answer for the third one? Funniest. This film is the funniest I have ever seen. Students, remaining you should try in your grammar book. Do it neatly. Students, here is an activity. It is an interesting activity. It is only for you.
With the help of given clues, you should write the answer clearly. Okay. First of all, read the paragraph properly and then answer. Okay. Inside the bracket, they have given adjectives. With the help of these adjectives, you can write the answers neatly and clearly. You should write yourself. Students, we came to an end. That means recap corner. Today we have seen two chapters. One is adjectives and another one is degrees of comparison. Let's recall again. Adjectives are the words used to describe nouns or pronouns. And we have seen some kinds of adjectives. They are adjectives of quality, adjectives of quantity, adjectives of number, and demonstrative adjectives. We know very well that when we talk about size, shape, color, and quality of a person or object, it comes under the category adjectives of quality. When we talk about number of people or number of animals or things, it comes under the category adjectives of quantity. When we talk about the position of nouns, it comes under the category adjectives of number. When we talk about or when we point out the persons or things, it comes under the demonstrative adjectives. And degrees of comparison, adjectives can be formed into three. Adjectives can have three forms. One is positive degree, one is comparative degree, and another one is superlative degree. If there is no comparison, it is positive degree. When we compare two things, it is known as comparative degree. When we compare more than two, it is known as superlative degree. We should add ER to form the comparative degree and EST to form the superlative degree. But for some adjectives, we should not use ER and EST. Instead of that, we should use more and most. Students, today we have seen two chapters in grammar. One is chapter 8 adjectives and another one is chapter 9 degrees of comparison. I hope you understood clearly. You should try all the exercises in your grammar book, then only it will be easy for you. We will meet on next class with another topics. Thank you.